Tonight, I am drinking from my tall mom mug. It says mom with a heart. And I am drinking honey lavender scone, echinacea, and elderberry tea. Peppermint tea is also a good mix. Cheers. Oh, cheers. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It is Talks and Tea with me, Tonya Nicole. And tonight I have joining me,
Evan.
And we're excited to be here. Let me fix that light so you can actually see us. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole lot better.
Let there be light. So welcome as you all are coming in. Go ahead and say hello in the comments. Tell us what you're drinking tonight, what your mug or teacup that you have. We'd love to hear it. And tonight, I want to share with you, I am drinking from my mug. It says activist, and I love it because that is definitely me, who I am. And I am drinking. Actually, I'm gonna let you start.
Well, it's you.
Tell your mug.
Okay. Well, tonight I am drinking from my Coach mug. This is my mug, 100%. This is not my mother's.
He has my mug.
This is most definitely my mug. This is actually one of my favorite mugs. And tonight I have with me.
He has a bashful bedtime tea.
Bashful bed. That sounds painful.
It's not. So Evan loves sleepy time tea, specifically sleepy time tea. And then his second go-to is chamomile. And we're out of both. So I gave him a bedtime tea, but it's not either one of those. I'm drinking tea. Y'all remember Morphia from my favorite tea company, Morphia Teas. And if you haven't already checked them out, Morphia Teas, she's gotten bigger and better. So I'm super excited because they now sell vintage teacups. So if you want to get me something, go on there and send me a vintage teacup. I'll send you my address. But morphiatea.com, she makes so many different teas. And this one is called Blue Days that I'm drinking. And I am super excited about the Blue Days tea because it has chamomile in it. Oh, you should try mine and see if you like it. But it's really good. It has a smooth taste. I am going to, in just a moment, put a nice little coupon in there for you all to get a discount. So I'll let that scroll down for a little bit so you can get a discount on a tea. It's 15% off a tea. So if you're interested, go to morphiatea.com and jump in and get your tea and tell me if you like it. Small business, person of color, woman owned, and she is local to Florida. So go check her out, morphia.com or morphiatea.com. We have Melissa in the audience today. Hey, Melissa. She says she's so proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna let Evan try it so y'all can see.
No, thank you.
You don't want to try it?
No, thank you.
It has chamomile in it.
I know, but it's blue.
It is blue. So that's the cool thing about it. It is Blue Days and it's blue. One thing that's really cool is all the ingredients in it. Number one, you can pronounce them. So that's amazing. And then just the healing properties of them are awesome. But we'll go into more of that as we go into our Talks and Tea series.
Wait, we should have drinking at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So
wines. Right. So this is great. These are our mugs and this is our tea. Yummy. Evan slurps when he drinks. Delicious. You're loud. You're a loud tea drinker. Tonight, Evan is joining me. If you've been following us from the beginning of the year, we started with Grace doing a Happy New Year. We had Brianna last week, and Evan is with me.
I had to save the best for last.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. So Evan's with me today, and we're going to be talking about Evan starting the new year. We're going to be talking about some goodies that are going on with Evan in his life. Evan's a junior in high school this year. So we've had some big things happen. A big move. Evan has a job. Evan's a junior in high school. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. We'd love to engage you with whatever questions you have for us. As we get started, I'd like to say that my hairstyle is a dare, and it's not.
It's like a pineapple.
It's my pineapple. I did it like this because it was flopping in my eyes. And I was like, oh, I just need to go. And y'all, can you believe I went to the store like this? So I felt it was only fair that I wear this for Talks and Tea. So you can really get the genuine, real deal of how we do this. You're just going to laugh at me?
Yes.
You're so handsome. All right. So I'm excited. Let's jump right in. We have a few questions, but Evan, jump right in. Your thoughts on the big move. And you could talk about what the big move was and give us your thoughts.
Okay. So for y'all who didn't know, we just moved to,
What?
yeah. So, we were recently living in Alabama, and so we've moved back to North Carolina, where most of our family is. And I really enjoy it. A lot of my cousins and
y'all hear that puberty?
voice crack.
That voice cracked hard. Okay, sorry. Go.
But I really enjoyed it because I get to hang out with all my family, my cousins, some of my old friends, and so that is a big part that I enjoy of this big move. Luckily, we've been able to, I'm able to go back to my old school. And so that is very good. And that's most of it. We're still trying to settle in, I guess you could say, to this new home. But for the most part, it's been a very successful, good move.
Okay, so a lot of people don't know why we moved. So can I share that? May I share that?
Sure.
Why we moved. Okay. So Evan woke up one day and just out of the blue says, I don't want to graduate from here. And that was when we were in Alabama. Total shock to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So what are we going to do? So I considered different moves. Didn't really want to come back to North Carolina. But I also thought that these last 2 years, his junior and senior year, were so crucial. And I didn't want to take the chance of trying something new and it still not work for him. So he really wanted to move back to North Carolina. So we did, so that he could have a very successful junior and senior year, graduate, and then go off to college and go be amazing and do wonderful things. So you say it's going well, but tell us about your, oh, is that another question? Oh, tell us about your school. How's the junior year going for you?
Well, the junior year's been going good. My first report card was all A's, so that's good. You know, very great, bringing that GPA up. This semester I'm starting to take college classes at our community college, and so that's good. Also another GPA booster, and also another step to get me more prepared for my 4-year college when I join it. You want me to go see what
that is? So strange. Our doorbell just rang.
I'll be right back.
It's 10:45 at night. Why is our doorbell ringing? Okay, so Evan's going to go get that, and I'm going to continue on. So he's doing really well in class. Oh, it's food. Brianna ordered food out. And Sylvia, yes, she said yay for the A's. We were so thrown off with the doorbell ringing. So sorry about that. Okay, so what's the difference between Alabama and North Carolina as to why you wanted to be here? Like personally, what's the difference?
Family. I'm a very social person, so I enjoy being around a lot of family and people like that. But academic wise, the difference between Alabama and North Carolina is Alabama was a whole lot more competitive in everything. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, living, they have a competition for it. Like, they're a whole lot more competitive in every aspect. And so I feel like that's another big thing. It's a whole lot more chill down here in North Carolina. like I still have to be on top of my A game in academic wise and all this stuff. But it really it's now more on my level. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing. He loved living in Alabama. So it wasn't like, oh, I hate living here. But one thing that I have learned from raising Evan is he's pretty laid back. He's been in a house full of girls just about his entire life. And so he's pretty laid back. But one thing that I have kept to the forefront is when he does speak up and say something, which he's doing a little bit better with articulating, but when he does, I typically listen because he doesn't require much. I want to shake him sometimes, but he doesn't require much. So for me, just parenting wise, if you know me and y'all have seen some of these lives, but I'm all about my kids. So for me, it was something that I thought the benefits definitely outweighed the detriment. So far, so good. And in coming here, Evan has also gotten his first job.
Well, second job.
Oh, well, you got your first job here too.
Oh yeah,
that is
true.
So the first job was a summer, so it was a temporary job because it was much farther out from where we currently live. So it was about 45 minutes out from where we live. Mm-hmm. So he couldn't keep that job for the whole time. So he just got a new job. Who this? Mm-hmm. Hit him with the Sri Lanka. Evan never laughs with me. I am dying over here, and he never laughs. He doesn't laugh with me.
No.
That's a new hip thing. So if y'all haven't heard it, there's a TikTok, and they say, "Oh, have you heard of somebody?" And
Mom,
then they say, "Yes, hit him with the Sri Lanka."
Mom.
Am I right, my boy? Yes, I have not heard it either.
All right, y'all. That's all the time I'm checking.
Okay, talk about your new job, and I'll be done.
Okay. So, I'm working at the skating rink, and that is a big yes. I enjoy it very much so because for y'all who don't know, skating is one of my favorite hobbies, and so while I'm working at the skating rink, I take it as an opportunity to practice and sharpen my skills to get even better at skating. And so when all of my family does come skating with us, I have like a whole bunch of new tricks I can show them and whip out. And so skating at the skating rink I enjoy it a lot. It's a really fun, like I used to say, quote unquote, first job. It's really fun. I enjoy it a lot. I work hard, I play hard, and so I like it.
So the funny thing about this is, like, Evan's not making buku money, but Evan's like, I get paid to do what I love to do. And I absolutely love that because that's so Evan. Like he enjoys doing what he enjoys doing. And so for him to be able to work in doing something that he's got skills in, he's got a little background talent in, it's really cool. I was a little not concerned, but one of the things that people don't know about Evan is Evan used to play ice hockey. So when he stopped playing ice hockey, he started skating. Like we started skating frequently. And then when we moved to where we currently are, we skated every week. Like once a week we would skate. And Evan learned little tricks of the trade. He taught his sisters how to skate, friends, family, and just loved it. So it was so great. Brianna brought it up that almost 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, Evan said, when I grow up, when I turn 16, I want to work at the skating rink.
You for real?
Yes. And Brianna had said, I don't know, something that just came true. I don't know, but it's not about Brianna tonight. So Evan had said he wanted to work at the skating rink. And it's so cool because who would have ever thought, one, we would move back here, And
For
then
real.
exactly what you said you wanted to do came true.
How many years ago you said it was?
5.
5 years. All right, so
Because you were in 8th grade here.
I turned 21. I'm gonna be a millionaire.
Yes. Oh. Sorry. Talk about manifesting.
Yes.
21. Y'all write that down. When Evan turns 21, he's going to be a millionaire. Evan, I'm writing it down.
Oh, you missed up.
I wait so slow. I love it. So Evan's going to be a millionaire at 21. You've heard it here live on Talks and Tea. So now is the time to be his friend, because in
5 years.
Thank you. In 5 years, don't be coming around talking about Evan, let's be friends. You have 5 years to be friends with Evan before he hits millionaire status. Don't try to do it after he becomes a millionaire. All right. So one of the things we said we were going to do. Oh, wait. We have a comment. Yes. And Sylvia says, speak it into existence. Absolutely.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. We're claiming it. They started investments, and it's so funny because I was getting the kids. So all 3 of the kids starting an investment with a financial planner. Now they haven't really fed into it, but they all did an initial investment piece. And they were picking on me because they were like, Mom, we don't even know what it's doing. We haven't seen any statements. We don't know anything. And I was like, oh no, I'm getting them. I'm saving them. Whenever you want to see them, just let me know. They're like, we've told you, we want to see them. So I finally showed them today.
After what, a year? 2 years?
No, 2 years. I didn't know. I didn't know. But that's cool. If you all have any questions, please feel free. Ask a question. If you're joining us, if you're watching on replay, this is Talks and Tea, and we are just simply talking about Evan, the new year, being back into a new move, new school, new job, and how he's going to take over the world in less than 5 years.
Yes.
All right. So tell us hello, what you're drinking in the chat. And I'm going to hit this last topic that we were talking about, and that was the difference between raising boys and girls. Because I know, yes,
Well,
Evan.
A big difference is we actually just figured this out, like literally right before we got onto this call, and that is shopping.
Now that might just be my girls, but there is a difference. Okay, so tell them what the difference is, Evan. How is it different?
Well, it's your thing.
I know, but what did I tell you?
I forgot, but I knew it was a difference, though. It was a good difference.
So when it comes to Evan and going out shopping, and of course, this is a very surface, superficial thing, but there was a huge difference in shopping. Today, Evan openly said, he was like, I want to go shopping. Okay, cool. We're going to go shopping. He says, I need some pants. You know, you said pants, right?
Yeah, I needed some pants.
Okay. But when we went, we also had 2 returns to make. So on this shopping trip, I left Brianna and Grace at home. And hold on, I'm struggling. Okay. I left Brianna and Grace at home. And the joy in leaving them at home, it was just about Evan. So we were coming and just doing exactly what we came to do. Well, when we went shopping, Evan goes and looks around while I went and handled the returns. Cool. When I was done with the returns, I came over to Evan and he had picked out a few things. And he was like, okay, well, look with me or whatever. So I'm looking with him. Actually, at one point I went off somewhere else and he was like, no, look with me because I want to come where you are and look later. So I'm with him. He's like, okay, I want to pick out everything and then we can decipher what we're going to get. So the first store, we went to all the sections. It was like two different aisles. He's like, okay, I'm ready. He lays them all out. He's like, yes or no. No discussion, no wavering. I was like, no, don't like that. You know, whatever. That's great. He was like, okay, cool. This is what I'm getting. He left the other things and we left. We went, he paid for it and it was over. I was like, we did that twice, in 2 stores. We did a full shopping trip in less than an hour.
We got some good stuff too,
including returns. He walked away with 3 complete outfit sets.
Nah, because I got the last thing I bought.
Pants.
I have 4 pants.
You got 4 pants?
Well, so the last store I got 3 pants and 2 shirts. And then the first store I had 1 pants and 2 shirts.
Y'all hear this? This man went and bought 4 complete outfits. 4 complete outfits in less than an hour and 2 returns. And one of the returns didn't work out. Now, Brianna and Grace would have had a conversation. They would have, and I even got to go look at stuff for me. What? They would have been like, no, don't look for you. Let's decide. Do we want this? Do we not? It would be a whole back and forth. So then, that was a big difference. Now that might just be my girls, but that's a big difference between Evan and the girls. Mm-hmm. One of the things I noticed though in raising them, of course, all people are different, all children are different. So raising them, I raise them according to them. But things that I've kind of seen that have been a little more gendered specific with raising them, or masculine versus feminine, however, is more received. But one of the things that I've noticed is like my connections with them. And my connections with each of them are all different. But I have noticed like the roles of each of them. Like Evan is my heart. I want to shake him and strangle him, but Evan is my heart. All my kids are my hearts, and they're my babies, and they're all my favorites. But having him as my only boy, it's really different in our connections. I have to consciously think about how I approach him, because it's not always what it is. And this, again, everything that I'm saying may not be because he's a boy, but since he is my boy and I have 2 girls, I just kind of categorized in that way. It might just be him as a person. So what I mean by that is my girls give me a lot of emotion. When we do things, our connections and our interactions, they're very passionate and, everything. Now, Evan's very extra and dramatic, but it's not so much of the emotion that's involved in our conversations. You know what I mean? Like you might talk and it'll be really animated. Evan started this thing where he would just yell for no reason. Don't act like you don't know. What? I mean, high-pitched scream. Not even yell, high-pitched scream.
What?
Don't be fooled by this little calm, docile guy over here. He didn't stop. He only stopped when he was playing football.
Oh, like when I do like other sports, like
yeah,
because I'll be tired. But because screaming it's a real workout. It's not easy. It's not for everybody. It's not for the weak hearted. That's for sure.
I'll drink the tea to that one. But that is one thing that he will do. He'll give. These dogs are not letting us be great. I don't know if you all could hear that in the background, but our 2 dogs, our 12-year-old dog and our 12-week-old dog, we're just having a moment to figure out dominance. Am I right? That's Grace's joke. Remember from the first week of dominance. Am I right? Okay. So my jokes are funny. Grace is in the background laughing. So clearly I'm funny. So Grace will give me all sort of support. Like I've realized, so here are my 3 different children. Brianna is my number 1. She's my ace. Like she has my back, but she will also kind of check me in some ways. But she is very much an older sibling. And if you don't know by now, I'm a younger sibling. And so Brianna is my ace. Evan, I say he's my heart because I'm a little more sensitive to how I interact with him. He may say something that would hurt my feelings, but he will also they all look out for me, but he looks out for me more of a caring way where Brianna will check me. He'll be more caring, but he's not as emotional as it relates to it. Would you say that's about right? Oh, look, all the emotion. Yeah. And when I say emotion, I don't mean like hugs and love, and I don't mean what people would typically see as, oh, that's emotion. I mean like deep talks about your feelings. How do you really feel? Like I have to pull it out of him. Like, how does that make you feel? He's like, it doesn't. I'm fine. That's what I mean when I say my girls give me more emotion. Evan will just be like, I'm here for you. I'm down for you. Now don't get it twisted. Evan cares. He just doesn't show all the emotion for it. Don't mess with Evan's mama. That's me, y'all. But then Grace, I say she's my ride or die, but we decided we didn't want to do ride or die. We want to do like ride or live or my road dog. Cause I think Grace is going to be a gypsy like her mama. Yeah. She's that free spirit, but then in our interactions with each other, she's just always down for the cause. Like if I'm ready to go, she's ready to go. If we at all times, yeah. Grace is like that with all of us. Like Grace has our back. Grace is everybody's hype man. You say anything crazy, Grace is like, yep. But that didn't even make sense. Like us two won't agree with Brianna. Grace will be like, yep. Or me and Brianna won't agree with Evan. Never mind. She doesn't have your back. No. Not right now. Just wait. Just wait.
We were saying just wait for 11 years.
I'm telling you, Grace loves you. She's just, y'all are so close in age. It's crazy, but you're not. But I think it's where you are in your age right now that it kind of hits a little bit. Mm-hmm. This has been a crazy topic because I feel like I've talked about it, but not. Mm-hmm. But I feel complete. I'm done. Do you have any comments that you want to say about it? Any questions that you all have? Anything?
Any questions I have or they have?
Both.
Both. Oh. Well, I don't have any questions. I know I'm your favorite child, and
my favorite son.
Your favorite child? It's okay. You can say it. It's just us in the room and Grace.
Hey, cousin Pasha. I see the family has come out in full effect tonight. Love it. But there are lots of differences. Hey, Donna Edmond. Yes, she said raising a boy is definitely different from raising girls. It just is. And sometimes it's hard to explain. And, doing a lot of work in the equity space, I do know it's difficult to sometimes approach this subject. But if you truly look, even at the science of the difference between boys and girls, it's different. Now, every child is different, but boys and girls are totally different. Even my discipline is different as it relates to Evan compared to his siblings.
That's for sure. That is. Mm-hmm.
Don't say that. Mm-hmm. He says I'm harder on him. And I will tell you, so adding a whole nother piece to it, being a single mother, raising girls and boys. And then I'm going to add another caveat to it, being a Black mother, Black single mother of boys and girls. All of those add different layers that I think the total makes it different in how you raise each child.
All I got to say is none of them girls, they ain't never had it like me. That's for sure.
Okay, and let's clarify. So, look, I got a topic. Okay, hold on. Pasha says, yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we could.
Okay, Pasha says, hello, my sweet cousin. I'm laughing and listening. Donna Edmond says, I have 3 girls and the boy is last. Right. So her 4th child was a boy. And it's just different. Okay. And I agree, Pasha. I think it's harder to just have one, but it's a blessing either way. So, you have one, you have two, you have three, whatever you're blessed with. I wanted 12. I was blessed with 3. It is what it is. For sure, I, as a Black mom, raising a boy is so much pressure. And so I love that you say that because it puts a whole nother dynamic in it. But here's the thing, Evan just whispered. He was like, can we talk about this? So just recently, absolutely 12. Like in my heart of hearts, 12.
12 what?
Children. I wanted to have 12 children. God had other plans.
But look, back to the
that's what I was gonna say. Wait. I gotta give disclaimer.
Wait. So first, let me say, all right. When I was growing up.
No. That's how we give the disclaimer first. Let me give the disclaimer first. Okay. So I have grown in my parenting. And I would say as of the last few years, I have decided I don't agree with corporal punishment. However, when the older two especially were growing up, I did believe in corporal punishment. And what I mean by corporal punishment, spankings, not abusing, but I did believe in spanking. And I know there's some people who still do. I don't, but I have my moments where I'm like, okay, now it was a conscious choice. Don't make me return.
But look, this is what I'm trying to say, right? Growing up, girls ain't never had it like me. Brianna, she would just get talked to. I promise you, Brianna, she could kill somebody and she just gonna get talked to and sent to her room. Me on the other hand, I could breathe wrong. I took in too much air. I remember I could come home from school every day and just know what was coming. I just knew it. Because growing up, I was a very energetic kid. I can't lie and say I was perfect, but some stuff. And I used to get them whooping for sure. And then now Grace growing up.
Now that I've changed.
She don't get no whoopings. And I promise you.
She could benefit.
Amen.
Y'all, the tea is good tonight. So here's the thing. And I'd love your opinions on it. Do you believe in corporal punishment, spanking? Do you not? How do you discipline your children? So I did a mix of things. So I felt like I was liberal in my day. Because I incorporated like creative punishments. I didn't just go to spanking. But
yeah, she did DIY punishments.
I love that. We need to coin that. You've heard it first on here. DIY punishments. And I love it. Donna says, "Oh my, it's because mom wanted to make sure you become the best brown boy you could be." And that's what it is.
Oh, she made sure for sure. She made sure.
But I felt though, and I think this is one of the reasons why I even do these talks. I feel sometimes younger moms, you don't know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know until you grow. So I had a chance to really grow in my parenting, and I think I got much better. I felt I was liberal in my day, like creative punishments, but I also did spank. And then as I grew, I realized some of the things that I was spanking him for were actually a result, and yes, I'm calling it out, of systematic racism that he was experiencing in the school system, that he was experiencing in different areas. But all I knew was, oh, you're acting out, punishment. And this is after even coming from a mom who was liberal and in the school system and, a fierce advocate for children. So it was really trying to find that balance. And I lessened over the years of doing it. But as Evan got older, now this is real talk, y'all. Even though it happened much less, I have had some come to Jesus moments with Evan.
Amen.
And they were come to Jesus moments because, and I will admit,
because I almost came to Jesus.
Yes. Yes. But the action that he did was so, the couple of times, couple of times the actions were so great. You're gonna die. Sorry, y'all. My brain's moving faster than my mouth. Were so detrimental. I wanted to make sure that I corrected that action.
Nah, she wanted to make sure I never forgot.
Never. Ever.
Because
they're killing Black boys out here. That's what I tell him. Like, they're killing Black boys. Wait. I know you're gonna say what else.
Nah, because look, one day though, I got framed, y'all.
Who
and
you
look,
framed
so
by?
I got beat twice one day, right? Very recent. It was like last year, right?
No, because I have stopped for 2 years.
Well, I don't know. Nah, but it was while we were here in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
we was down. Anyway, I got framed, right? So I got beat twice that day, right? The second time, I deserved it. I needed that one. Like that was a memorable one. But the first time that day, I'm sitting here in the living room. I'm playing with my little sister Grace, right? We playing. Then out of nowhere, she just gets serious, right? She yell at me. She's like, "Stop!" Right? So I stop. I'm chilling in the living room. Next thing I know, my mom comes in. Hell, like I'm talking, like she came in, like she was ready. She like, Evan, your sister said blah blah blah. You was doing this, that, and that, and she started beating me, like she was tearing me apart. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm trying to block. She's like, oh, you trying to hit me? I was like, no.
Y'all,
No.
No. When you raise your hand.
No.
Put your hand.
Cause sometimes I'll move, and so
you are 6'1".
She will miss my behind, and so I'm trying to block. And
let me tell y'all, there is an aura.
But look,
these boys grow up, there is an aura of disrespect that you can feel within your being as a mother. And for a young man, I'm like, I need you to know.
But look, at the end of the story, though.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish the story.
No. But at the end of the story, I ain't even do what my little sister said I did.
Yeah.
I got framed. And then and she ain't get punished for it. She ain't get beat for me getting beat. Like back in the when we was growing up, if I did something for on Brianna and she got beat for something that ain't happened, I'd have gotten beat for it. But nah, I got beat and Grace ain't get yelled. She ain't get nothing.
Do y'all hear this? It's coming from his soul.
So she stopped the beating for Grace. But she stopped
you too now. It has been several.
Now, all I gotta say, I ain't never gonna forget that one. But I bet you Grace will. She'll forget it because ain't nothing happened.
Well, as you see, we have come across a conundrum. And this is why I stopped. Because do you see the hurt that my son experienced from being falsely accused and punished? Oh, baby, it's okay. It's okay, baby. No, we laugh at it. I have always struggled with corporal punishment, believe it or not. And I only just it's recent, 2 years. And sometimes I forget my religion, be like, let's not go back there. But it's such a thing that if it's ingrained in you, finding ways to effectively raise, structure, discipline your children so they don't grow up and become a statistic or become lost or become, a victim. I was having a conversation with a friend this week, and she was like, when her son was young, and this is her story to tell, but I'm just going to give a little example. She said when her son was young, she would tell him, take his hands out of his pocket. And she would tell him, because if you fall, you can't catch yourself. And as he got older, the story would turn into something different. And then he is now, how old is Brian? He's now 19, and he is 6'4", and he is 200 and something pounds. And she's like, look, take your hands out your pocket because you're a black male. And I want you to come home tonight. Because that's really the truth of it. Like, as Donna said, we learn as moms as we grow. And even the way we discipline and we interact, it's not out of a place of hate, even though sometimes our actions indicate that. But how do we most effectively, raise our children, raise our boys so that they're safe? They're killing Black boys for nothing. Like, no reason whatsoever. Just, you're a Black boy. I fill in the blanks. And so the message is, okay, if they're doing it for nothing, don't give them ammunition as well. And does that put us in a place where it's like, well, I shouldn't have to? Maybe you shouldn't have to. And this is for, there might be some people out there who think gung ho, I shouldn't have to. You go ahead and don't. But my Black son, I want him to take every precaution because I want him to come home.
That we shouldn't have to, but we do have to.
Exactly. And I don't see it as a negative. It is not because the negative part of you. It is because you're strong. It is because you are fearless. It is because you are a man of God. It's because you're a leader. It is because you are loved that people regard you in such a way. Have y'all ever felt like people just put things on you and it's like, wait, that's not me? Some things you turn on your own. You don't have to internalize it as negative when people say something. You can turn it in a way that it is positive. Yeah, I do it. And maybe I shouldn't have to, but I do it because I don't want to give you ammunition. Donna says, no, we love our babies. We don't want to give them reason to hurt them or see them in a negative light. There are some things you can do. There are some things you can do. This is the first couple of year really, that I've been okay, or Evan and I have kind of agreed that he could grow his hair out and get creative with what he wants to do with it. And he's tried a couple of different things. I love a short, like tapered look. But I really wanted him to take a chance to explore it for himself, but really making sure, hair is a big thing in the Black community. And it's also a big thing when people look at us in the Black community, which I know I'm a worse example right now with my pineapple. So yes, we get to live free. We get to have liberal choices in what we do, but in the same breath, we have to consider all things. There are some things I don't do as a mom of my children. And I don't do them because I want to represent something for them. I want to help in guiding their decisions and their directions. And I feel that the best way to do that is the example that I lead. So there are going to be some things that I also recommend that they change or whatever.
I feel like it's a great topic to end with too.
I agree. This is a great conversation tonight, y'all. We really appreciate you joining us. Thank you for all the comments. If you're joining us on the replay, go ahead, still give us your comments. We engage throughout the week. We're here every Thursday night at 10:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The 10 is for 2010, Grace's birthday. The 3 is for 2003, Brianna's birth year. And the 5 is for Evan's year, 2005. And so everything that I do is in 10s, 3s, and 5s. So come see us every Thursday night at 10:35 for Talks and Tea with me, Tonya Nicole. And I'll always bring a special guest, or I'll just bring me and the tea. Last but not least, as I choke on the tea, just a few things. Don't forget our wonderful tea tonight comes from More Fire Teas. If you are interested in them, check them out. They are amazing. And I got a coupon. So if you want to try it out, 15% off. If you want to try out their teas, it's amazing. Buy it, don't buy it, but oh my goodness, it's so good. And if you haven't heard, we have the next She Empowerment Conference coming up this March 4th through 6th in a exclusive, huge, luxurious cabin in the Tennessee mountains. Go ahead and check me out at bridgeeverygap.com. You like that as the no? Okay. At bridgeeverygap.com, where we will be, registration is open. So join. You'll get a lot more information about that very soon. Also, last but not least, Donna, thank you so much for the topic. If you have other topics that you're interested in, go ahead and let us know, because we're here to talk. I'm bringing the kids once a week. And so if you have a topic for them, middle school, high school, college, go ahead and give us your questions. Thank you, Crystal, for the comment. What?
I joined the press.
Oh, you can press it anytime you want. Evan, how can people get with you?
Down there. Hold up. Right here. You guys see it? Oh no, it's far. Right here. This is my Instagram. So you guys want to see me, I am a photographer. So I take photos of people, landscapes, animals, anything. So if you guys want to get in touch with me, that's where you get in touch with me. And at easy_photography11. And yeah.
All right. So follow him on IG. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Bridge Every Gap. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. If you haven't already, go to YouTube and subscribe to the Bridge Every Gap channel, where you can get more of this and other fun conversations. That's all we have for you tonight. Peace. And don't forget, when you're in life, be intentional about your decisions and bridge every gap. Good night.
All right.